All right, number 5, come up with topic ideas. So what kind of stuff am I going to write about? One of the things we do have already is some categories we're going to be writing about. And some of those categories are going to kind of move into some of our content ideas. And I've got a ton of content ideas here. Infographics, obviously a guide. We've had good luck with different guides on different types of products / windows, window sizes, different purposes for maybe for having an awning. Does it need to be block the sun? Does it need to be waterproof? That kind of stuff. Case studies are great. Obviously, I mentioned podcasts earlier. Interviews are really good if you can find some industry experts or some of your manufacturers that are willing to do interviews about their products. It's great. Surveys, predictions about what's going to be coming up in this year or in the next couple years. Personal stories, controversy, I don't know, maybe, if you want to go that route, and you might get a lot of good traffic that way. But same as the opinion / rant, maybe not the best traffic, maybe not, right? But lots of really good ways to build content. Another thing you can do is just listen to your customers. A lot of your customers are probably asking the same types of questions to you, and you need to kind of start listening to those. And every time somebody asks something, especially if you hear it 3 or 4 or 10 times, that's probably a piece of content you could create. Because if you're hearing it in your local area from the customers that have engaged with you, then just think how many more people online are probably searching for that same thing, right? So use your customers as a crowdsource for new topic ideas. You can do the same thing on social media. Go out to social media. Twitter has a great search feature. Facebook has a great search feature. Type in a couple keywords and see what people are typing in. Maybe people that are your friends, people that are not your friends, but you'll start to see some things that are being asked over and over again. And social media is a great tool to use to get inspiration for new pieces of content as well. You could also set up a Google alert. So this is at google.com/alerts. And then you just put in a phrase like interior design. And what you can get is every time that phrase is used in a piece of content that's new, Google will email you that piece of content and say, hey, here's a new article with this phrase in it. Now, you got to be a little careful with Google Alerts, because if you did just interior design, you'd probably get, I don't know, you'd get 100 a day that you'd have to sort through, and that might be a little bit crazy. But if you get a little bit more specific, especially if you start to know what categories you want to write about, and you can put those into Google Alerts and see what other people are writing about, and once again, use that as inspiration to go create your own piece of content. This is a fantastic tool. It's free. I love Google Alerts. Use it quite often. Another thing you can do is recycle some old material. If you have a blog that maybe is 3 or 4 years old and there's been some updates to it, some new products that have come out, things like that, grab one of your old pieces of content, update that piece of content, recycle it, and post it on your site again. Now, there are some SEO tricks to doing this correctly, but Google will treat that as a new piece of content, a fresh piece of content. But if you do it right, it'll still give you all the duration or the authority that it's built up over the last 3 or 4 years, which is great. All of a sudden it's been updated, new content. It probably will start to rank for a lot more things again. So this is a great way to find stuff. Instead of going to find new topics, just use the ones you've already got and update them. Great way to do it. Yahoo Answers is a fun little tool that you can use. It's answers.yahoo.com. And people go out there and they just type in questions such as, why does my Chihuahua only bark at bigger dogs than her? But people are typing in all kinds of stuff. So you can go here and just type in a phrase, window treatments, and see what people are asking about those particular products or those services. And maybe, look through the answers too, because you might get some ideas. Take all that and create a piece of content around it. Is a fantastic way to find ideas. You probably will never run out of ideas if you have these different tools in your arsenal. You're going to be able to blog for quite some